Fish on with Intrepid's liquid fire fishing team at the White Marlin Open in Ocean City, Maryland. Pleasure Boater is dead ahead. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, another edition of Pleasure Boater. And as promised, if you watched the last episode, we're coming to you from Ocean City, Maryland. This is the 42nd annual White Marlin Open. Hello again, everyone. I'm your host, Captain Ted Jones, and we promised you we'd be going with the liquid fire team on a little saltwater fishing. Now, in addition to hunting for marlin, they'll be looking for several other species of fish. We'll show you that as we get into the show. But right now, let's catch up with Mark.
The White Marlin Open, I've heard great things about it over the years, and a lot of excitement, and it's our first opportunity to come to the event. You know, coming from North Carolina up here to Maryland was certainly an experience, and an exciting one, and we're real happy to be able to do something like that to show off the Intrepid 375 Tournament Edition Center Console Open, and powered by Yamaha 350s triples. So it's an exciting time. It's a cool place, great venue. This is our second 375, and the guys at Intrepid, Mark Beaver, Ken Clinton, Joe Brenna, Paul Fleming here with us, and just the entire staff. They just got an amazing staff that care dearly about what they do, the quality of the product, all the semi-custom things that they do with the boat. Just nothing better on the market, no better people to deal with, no better company out there in the manufacturing of the boat business. It's just awesome. One of the things that they did for me is they pushed the bow forward a little bit to even open up the forward deck even more. Just need a lot of room when you're fishing in these tournaments, and those are the kinds of things that they can do. They can retool and do whatever you need. I mean, it's an amazing company. All the things that they you know, do upon request. You know, put new rod holders in it for us, extra rod holders in it for us, beefed up T-tops, all kinds of things that they do that you know, they just care about their customer. They find out what they need, and then it's real important to them to make sure that those needs are met. And they just got the tooling and all the people in the facility that can do that. And it's just a great company to deal with. So happy to be working with them over the last 3 years. I couldn't ask for a better boat or better people to work with. You know, Ted, it was a good 3 to 4 foot sea. It was a lot of swell in there too, and a little bit of chop on top of it. So it was a little bit sporty this morning. We had a good 85, 90 miles to run today, and but we got there pretty quickly. I mean, the boat ran we were running anywhere from 43 to 48 miles per hour, not even pushing it hard. We had, again, a couple of guests on the boat, so we didn't want to run it real hard, but that boat handles the sea conditions extremely well. But it was a little sporty. It was a little bumpy, no doubt about it. You know, so we got to our spot. It was about 85 miles out of the inlet here in Ocean City, and once we got to our place, you know, we had some pre-rigged some ballyhoo. So as we, you know, separated the skin from the backbone, we deployed them on the outriggers, the taco outriggers that we have, and we're currently running about 6-7 lines, one off of a dredge, ballyhoo dredge that we built earlier in the week. My sons Crockett and Joshua, and we're running a bait off of the back of that as well. And so we're using some dink ballyhoos in hopes to raise a white marlin, and we got some tuna fish out here. We've gotten a pretty good report, so we're gonna give it a good try. You know, so we're running a couple of skirts on them and a chugger head. See what we can do, and hopefully we can catch a nice one and put on a good show, and you know, see if we can get to the scales today. I'm over top of this.
Oh wow, this is all wrapped up in it. Do we just need to...
Crockett, I believe. All right, I got it. I can't tell if we're...
Crockett, go over top of him. All right, go ahead and get a gaff out, Russell.
something hit that 50 wide also?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Crockett, you want to come under me? I believe you're under me, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep. Bring it up. Can you go under, Crockett?
Yeah.
Here you go, Kevin. This is
Huh?
camera's running if you want to try
Yeah.
to film something.
It's a respectable dolphin, boys.
Wherever you think.
Get back here. Get back here. Get out of that damn dredge.
Pleasure Boater is being brought to you by Intrepid, one of a kind, one at a time. And by Sea School, serving mariners since 1977. And by Rigid Industries, your one-stop shop for all of your marine LED lighting.
For over 30 years, Intrepid has been building the highest quality power boats in the world from 24 to 47 feet. From hardcore fishing to pleasure boating, each one is built one of a kind, one at a time for you, the way that you use it. Intrepid only uses the finest materials along with the highest quality craftsmanship and the best service after the sale. Log on to intrepidpowerboats.com to see which Intrepid is best for you.
Cruise Aboard is a new category of paddlecraft that sets previously unknown standards for comfort, stability, dry ride, and versatility. Deck mounted on fore or aft tracks, the patented adjustable ergonomically designed seat and learning post combination allows you to paddle or fish from a supported standing position or from a seated position. Whether you want to fish, cruise, or explore, you must try the Cruiser Board. There's nothing else like it.
All right, I'm gonna get the gaff out. Put the move on them.
Nah, we're good.
Well, I was actually down at the console grabbing some more tackle, and they said we had a couple of fish on, so I hopped out and grabbed one of the rods, and we actually had 3 fish hit at the same time. And one of them short struck it and missed the hook, but the other 2 we hooked up, and the larger fish that we caught was the one my dad reeled in. His gave more fight than mine did. Mine jumped a few times and then came towards the boat, and then Joshua gaffed it and brought it in the boat, and then I kind of wrestled with it a little bit and got the hook out. We saw the dolphin hit. Usually when they hit, they jump out of the water, so it's pretty easy to tell what it is.
We're good. Just got a old sideways head there. Might put a little more.
Here's the fish.
All right, not a bad one.
Yeah.
So much for the evening. Food.
Huh? Yeah.
Good fish, good fish.
Hold it.
Golly day. A little more juice on this thing. God knows, and I know this fish is smaller than that other one. Was that a cow or a bull, Crockett?
Cow.
May need to go in front of that one.
I'm going to. Let me slip up in front of you, Kevin.
It's a good dolphin too.
Huh?
So it looks like a good one.
Yeah, that's not bad. You want to come behind me, Kevin? Gaff behind me.
You're fine. I'm gonna come in right underneath the head.
Yeah, this is the bull with her. Oh. All right. You need a pair of pliers, Crockett? You want to get them up here, Brendan? All right. All right, so what we got out here still?
Hey, don't take it back there yet. Don't take it back there yet. Let me get a good picture of you.
You know, it's been an exciting 2014 campaign for us. We got the new boat the very 1st of May. It's our second 375 tournament edition center console by Intrepid, and I tell you, the guys just continue to outdo themselves. I mean, the quality and the effort and the customer service that Intrepid has is really second to none in the industry. Ken Clinton, Mark Beaver, Joe Brenna, Paul Fleming, who they send with us as a support staff and support trailer for when we go on tournaments. It's just nothing better. These guys really do an amazing job when it comes to support and all the things that you need in a semi-custom boat like they do. They're always innovative. The running platform is fantastic. The triple 350 Yamahas are nothing better on the market. They're just exciting. They went with a custom paint job this year to match the wrap by Crystal Coast Graphics, and you know, so it's been an exciting year. We've had some success already, so we're kind of in the start of our own King Mackerel Tournament Series, and it's exciting to be able to, in between the time in Florida that we spent earlier in the year and the time in North Carolina King Mackerel fishing, we had an opportunity to come up here to the White Marlin Open and show off this awesome boat. Again, they just, the care and the specifics that they make on this product is just absolutely unreal.
Today's nautical knowledge question is, what is another name for a small group of ships?
For over 30 years, Intrepid has been building the highest quality power boats in the world from 24 to 47 feet. From hardcore fishing to pleasure boating, each one is built one of a kind, one at a time for you, the way that you use it. Intrepid only uses the finest materials along with the highest quality craftsmanship and the best service after the sale. Log on to intrepidpowerboats.com to see which Intrepid is best for you.
All fishermen know you can catch more fish with live bait, especially worms. Now you can buy worms from DMF Bait Company at most local fishing retailers in 49 states. DMF guarantees your bait will be live when you get it. To find your nearest retailer for DMF Bait, just go to their website at dmfbait.com and go to their worm finder page. And remember, DMF Bait says our worms catch fish or die trying.
The answer to today's nautical knowledge question, what is another name for a small group of ships? It's a flotilla.
You know, we've done quite a bit of offshore fishing, but not a whole lot of tournament offshore fishing. So the opportunity to come to the White Marlin Open is pretty special. Not only is it a way to learn a whole lot more about a part of the sport that is a little bit unfamiliar to us. We're having a good time learning more about it, but it's a great venue to represent all of our sponsors, and that's been it's been a real important thing for us to be able to do that. And the White Marlin Open is the biggest billfish tournament in the world. You know, it's been a lot of fun to be able to be up here, and around 288 boats, I think, is the entry this year in the largest billfish tournament in the world. Just tons and tons of opportunities to make representation for our sponsors, people such as Intrepid, Yamaha, Canon, Accurate Fishing, Angler's Envy. Kevin Knox is a guest on the boat today, and he is our custom rod sponsor. you know, we've just had a great opportunity. It's a lot of fun. Rigid Industries has done a fantastic job for us in outfitting the boat. Just so many great sponsors, and an opportunity to be out here and representing them means a lot to us. We've got a great spot going right into the marina. Got a lot of flags flying, a lot of banners up there. You know, but it'd kick off a pretty good week if we could actually catch a white one and take it to the scales. There's a lot of prize money in this, though, over $1 million for the winner, and that'd be okay. That'd make a person whole pretty fast. So we're having a good time. We'll see what happens.
Oh, he's tiny.
We started out at the Norfolk Canyon, and that's where the bite's been for the last 2 weeks. A couple days ago it started slowing down, and this morning we were there with about a dozen or 20 other boats, and there were sporadic catches, all releases. For this tournament, with the minimum length requirement of 66 inches, we were trying to find that one big fat fish. So we broke off from them, and we've come north. It's about 25 nautical miles closer to home, and it's just some different water that we can get into and hopefully find that one fish that hasn't had a boat run over it today. There's almost 300 boats in this tournament, so by having so many boats in the tournament, everybody's out today because the weather's so nice. So we're just trying to find that untapped area for the day, see what we can do. Need a gaff, or are you gonna sling him?
Watch out, I got one. Daddy.
Do we just sling him? You wanna sling him in, or?
Oh, damn. What the heck? Greedy. He was just holding
Impatient.
Yeah, there's a 20-pound minimum on dolphin, but there's a daily prize for dolphin in this tournament, and generally not big fish, big dolphin aren't the ones that take the money, and 30-pounder won the whole thing last year. So we were hoping that ours would hit 20. It was real close. It was 19.5 pounds, and we knew it was going to be real close going in. But it was a great. I mean, I wouldn't change anything. I'd love to go in there, and I would change something. Another half pound would have been nice, but because I think we probably missed a little bit of money on that today, but that's okay. It was, but that's kind of what it is. 20-pound minimum, but they were great to us. They took us up on stage, put our names on the board, took photos. People were all there, talked about the boat a couple of times, so, and the motors and the Yamaha package. It was great. It was good.
Pleasure Boater has been brought to you by Intrepid, one of a kind, one at a time. And by Mantis Anchors, sets on the first try every time. And by Bass Assassin, brands to love and trust. Glendenning has been bringing you the finest quality innovative products for the marine industry since 1972, including the Cable Master Shore Power Cable Storage System and the Cable Master Cord Reels, new compact solution for shore power cable storage, plus Glendenning's mechanical and electronic engine controls for all engine types, and the Pro X control cables, and the Hosemaster Model LW, suitable for handling hoses up to 100 feet, and the Hosemaster Model S, suitable for handling swim platforms, shower hoses, and more. Learn more at glendenningprods.com.
Plasdeck is raising the bar by introducing two groundbreaking products. Cool teak decking that stays 25 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit cooler in the hot sun, and the award-winning Azure decking with caulk lines that glow in the dark. Plasdeck is the only synthetic teak decking that's made in the USA, and it's the world's best patented synthetic teak decking. To learn more, check us out at plasdeck.com. Plasdeck, the next generation of synthetic teak decking.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTest.com, and today we're taking a look at a brand new boat from Intrepid, the 327 Cuddy. This is a boat that's designed for casual overnighting and built on a new hull design made to accommodate the larger 4-stroke engines that boaters in this class demand. Let's take a look at how Intrepid is done as we do a full test and performance evaluation. We'll start with a look at the 327 Cuddy on the trailer. You can see what a sharp entry she has, which allows her to slice so cleanly through the waves. The hard chines coming fully forward to form spray rails, along with a flared bow, helps to throw water well out to the sides and keep the spray knocked down. In the unlikely event you do take water on board or you leave your 327 exposed to rain, deck drains will dewater your boat in short order. At the stern, we have a 21.5-degree dead rise, and the extended outboard well adds to the additional flotation for the heavier 4-stroke engines. Trim tabs are standard, but I never use them throughout the test. Intrepid really gets the ergonomics right at their helms. There's a flip-down footrest under the seat, a nicely positioned footrest on the console, and a recessed area for tucking your feet into when standing, which allowed me to get just a little closer to the helm. The double-wide helm seat slides and is mounted to dual pedestals that adjust for height. The helm is mounted to the port side. The compass is center-mounted with accommodations for your stuff to either side. Visibility is outstanding through a glass windshield, which causes no distortion at the edges. The panel is roomy enough to accommodate dual multifunction displays with ancillary displays in between. SmartCraft gauges ahead of the wheel reduce the clutter. Naturally, the engines are controlled with digital controls. Down below is a clever switch panel, and the switches are not only waterproof, they're submersible to 15 feet. All labels are illuminated when the nav lights come on, and the perimeter of the push-button switch is lights when the switch is activated. The foredeck is accessed by stepping up from the seats, and non-skid is everywhere. Fully forward, a flush-mounted hatch opens to reveal the recessed windlass with foot control switches in the aft corners. There's open access to the starboard side for reaching under and managing tangles. Now let's get underway and see how this 327 Cuddy handles. Our test boat was fitted with twin 300-horsepower Mercury Verados and the optional freshwater engine flush system. Those engines added 1,270 pounds to our 8,700-pound empty weight, and with 60% fuel and 2 people on board, we had a test weight of 11,290 pounds. Top speed was reached at 5,800 RPM and 57.2 miles per hour. At that speed, we were burning 57.5 gallons per hour while getting just under 1 mile per gallon for a range of 224 miles. Best cruise was found to be at 4,000 RPM and 38.4 miles per hour. At that speed, we had a 24.9 gallon per hour fuel burn while getting 1.54 miles per gallon for a range of 347 miles. Time to plane was only 3.8 seconds. We reached 20 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds, 30 in 9.4 seconds, 40 in 13.6 seconds, and continued accelerating through 50 miles per hour in 20.4 seconds. In my opinion, the 327 Cuddy is a dream to handle. Her weight gives her a very solid feel that adds exponentially to her good handling characteristics. She's very responsive to control inputs, but not to the point where she turns so abruptly that everyone and everything gets thrown to the side. She has a roughly 20-degree roll during extreme turns that further serves to keep you planted in place, and she comes around in just under 2 boat lengths. Acceleration is met with a roughly 16-degree bow rise, and in spite of the bow being so far from the helm, I lost no visibility to the horizon. That has a lot to do with the ergonomics of the 327. Additionally, she has almost sport boat handling characteristics when cranking and banking, and no matter how hard I tried, I was unable to ventilate the propellers. While I tested in the calm waters of Miami's Intracoastal Waterway, sizable wakes from passing yachts showed that the 327 tends to launch off the waves while maintaining a relatively level attitude that continues through the re-entry. Because of her narrow entry at the bows, there was no hard pounding when encountering these waves, but rather a well-managed slice through. During a hard turn into a wave, the stern tended to press into that wave rather than slam to an abrupt stop. It just seemed that the harder I handled this boat, the more comfortable it got. This is definitely a boat made for heading offshore and certainly getting you back in any conditions that might pop up unexpectedly. In my opinion, Intrepid has hit a sweet spot for the hull design of the 327 that combines a very predictable handling boat that can take 2 or 3 guys far offshore for overnighting to the canyons or staying closer to home and accommodating a larger crowd. And with that, that is my full test and performance review of the all-new 327 Cuddy by Intrepid. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.
Pleasure Boater was only on hand for day 1 of 3 for Liquid Fire's quest for the White Marlin, but they kept a couple of extra cameras, and this is how the rest of the tournament turned out for them.